Good afternoon, everybody. I know I'm probably talking to no one right now. In fact, I know that I'm talking to no one right now. Oh,
We usually end up talking to nobody. That is how this works.
yeah. But yeah, we're here. We've got some technical issues with the radio. It is what it is. So we've called someone, and they're gonna fix it. Hopefully.
Yeah, that is the plan.
That is the plan. But in the meantime, we're just here, vibing. Ooh, that's weird to look at. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot to do yet. Because I can't do the big introduction because I don't think I've got the energy in me to do two. So yeah, we're just gonna wait.
We could have a little natter.
We could. So Ethan, you don't have a sofa yet.
I don't have a sofa now. But I thought buying the mattress was hard enough. Looking at sofas is another level.
Yeah.
Because half my brain is like, do I want it to pull out into a bed? Because, that's fairly convenient if I ever have somebody there. Or do I just want a normal sofa?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I kind of want an armchair, but then I've got to make a sofa and an armchair fit in that space. And it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And the idea of them not matching literally makes me want to tear out my hair.
Yeah.
So
They
that's
need
an
to
issue
be
in
the
and of
same, yeah.
itself.
I don't have to think about it for a while.
Not till September?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start looking for a place in August. If somewhere comes up in August, I'll get it, kind of thing. Like, even if it's beginning of August, but it's perfect, kind of thing. I'll be like, yeah, I'll get it.
Gives you longer to move over, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want at least 2 weeks to be able to move everything.
I
Don't get me wrong. I think I'll do it in like 2 days.
Haven't you got furniture to move though?
Yeah, that's the downside.
Phantom radio. The fact that it's...
What?
Can you not hear it?
No.
It's playing the
That's
We're
not good.
Broken thing.
Oh, is it actually? Oh, that's quite cute. Yeah, no, I can't hear it.
I get lift
Also
music.
Turn that down. You can hear the lo-fi as well?
No,
Oh.
just the lift music going, we're broken, we're terribly sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The team has been informed and they're working very hard to fix it. It's like, okay, thanks.
I don't think we do get informed. I don't think that email goes out anymore.
No, I don't think it does.
Like,
Oh, they're on.
are they?
Has been connected by one user.
Ah, nice. Here to annoy them.
Do not annoy them. We want them to fix it. Let them get on with it.
They're now going and doing.
They're doing DIY things and hopefully they'll fix it because that'd be quite nice.
What's this button do? Ah, that is very good. I like that.
Oh my gosh, they get ducks.
Yeah, they get goose.
Geese, plural.
Goose. It says goose.
But it's
There's two of them. Yeah,
two of them.
but it's goose. I don't know why Teos moves around so much.
It's like shaking.
Yeah.
It's just long, isn't it? Moving is long.
Yeah.
It's also so much prep in the process of doing
Is
it.
that someone walking in?
I don't think so.
Check it.
You want me to go check
Yeah.
if we have a visitor? I will
Yeah.
go have a look. I mean, we don't have the live lights on, so I will go have a
That's
look.
a good point. Yeah. Saving the schedule.
No, don't see anyone.
No. Missed call. Call back.
Who have you missed a call from?
This guy.
This is where they're like, you've broken it, congrats.
Hello.
You haven't actually scheduled in a show.
Yeah. I know we've not scheduled in a show, but usually, like, shouldn't the music just be playing any like the music ain't playing.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, that's the issue. Is even if we were to turn auto, like I did turn auto off and on again, it didn't do the thing. Go across to 14. There you go. Yeah.
It should be about this.
Yeah.
I think calculation.
Ah, wonderful.
Are we officially functioning now?
No, not yet.
Now be playing back to the wall. They got 7.
Hypothetically playing. Yep, I can hear music.
Check that you're going out.
Okay. Ethan, can you get up the radio on your phone?
Yeah.
It's coming out of the desk headphones.
Mm.
Out of the website as well.
But Ethan's checking if it's coming out fully now. Yeah. Is it coming out of your headphones as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is great content for the stream, honestly.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Me sat here with my phone.
Stealing my premise.
No. I'm not stealing your premise. You're coming in and doing your premise on our show.
Alright, what have you done to OBS?
What do you mean, what have I done to OBS?
Why is everything... What have you done?
I took that out, and I took that out because I needed to manage the stream.
But you shouldn't need to.
But I
You
did.
need them out,
I did.
shouldn't they?
I did,
You
though.
don't need to control the transitions because it's here.
No, I didn't need the transition there. I needed to hit the manage stream button so that we could change it from just Phantom Media streaming to Film Talk on Phantom streaming.
We're
playing.
on.
Cool. We are live. Yeah, it doesn't click back on.
I hate fighting with technology.
Yeah.
I think I
agree.
spend more of my life fighting with technology than I do for anything else.
Down with technology. Burn it all.
Both of our career paths rely on technology way too much for us to say that.
What do you mean? I work at a pub.
Pub.
Pub. Little pub.
Little pub.
Is everything working as it should?
It seems to be, yeah.
No, the Project Honk is still running, so I obviously forgot to turn it off the other day.
Oh, yeah, no. Project Honk is very much active. Why are there only 2 geese?
Why don't we get geese?
Yeah. Where's my
Is
goose?
it not fully set up yet, so it's currently just got placeholders, which is me and Taya.
Oh, okay.
If you want, I can really quickly build you a version of it.
Nah, it's good.
We're in 10.
But yeah. Is it all good now? Are we good to just go at it when this song finishes?
You should be fine. Just remember to turn off auto or it won't do any calls or anything.
Yeah. There you go. It's off.
Fine.
Yay. Cool. See you in a bit. Bye.
Later.
Are we sorted now?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm glad that we're working. I'm not looking at sofas on Facebook Marketplace. Why don't I drive? I could have a sofa today.
Ugh. I want to hear what we're actually listening to. Oh. Press the wrong button. That was bad. This just sounds like Arctic Monkeys. Do you get me? Like, anyway, stream. We will be back in a moment. We'll see you in a bit. Bye bye. And good evening, everybody. My name is Owen.
My name's Ethan.
Ah, good to know. You're listening to the grand finale of Film Talk. Yeah.
Did you put the stream back on?
Yeah, the stream's there.
Oh, good.
It's there. It's still going. They've got no background music, apparently.
That's...
Which sucks for them, because it means they don't hear this glorious music here. There we go. Got it.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, hold on. Can you not hear it here?
No.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I can very barely hear it, but I'm like going deaf anyway, so...
Yeah. So, I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. It'll be fine.
It is what it is. We have currently got 2 viewers. Hello, 2 viewers.
Hi.
Oh, wait, no. We've got currently 1 viewer. Hello, 1 viewer. It's Sky. I'm pretty sure, at least. Welcome to the final episode of Film Talk. We've got not a whole lot planned for today. We're just here. We're going to do what we do best, and that is
Ramble.
Yap.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just absolutely yap. Yeah, so we're going to kick it off with the question of, how are you doing, Ethan?
I got the assignment from last week done. That means there's only my dissertation left, and I have finished all 4 of my years of university, which is horribly daunting.
Yeah. How long's your dis? How much have you written, and when's it due?
I can't remember how long it has to be. It's long. My dissertation advisor keeps sending me PhD stuff. I'm like, this isn't helpful. Like, I won't name her, but
Yeah.
like, she's like, please. I'm like, no. Unless you're paying for it, absolutely not happening. It's like maybe a third of the way there.
Okay.
It's not due until August, so I do have
That's
some
fine.
time. But that requires I actually...
Yeah, so you're a
Do it.
November graduation.
Yes, I will be.
Nice.
Whether I go or not is...
Yeah, it's a
no,
different question.
I mean, after I come with you to do the ones this year.
Yeah.
I don't think I will
You're
be.
going to be so bored of the exact same speech. I don't want to go to.
I was bored
mine.
at my undergrad graduation, to
Yeah.
be honest. And I hadn't even done any with Phantom, and I was
Like-
like, no, I'm bored now.
I think if someone called in sick for one of the graduations, they could probably just come to the back and go, Owen, you've seen the graduation enough times. Here's the script, do it. And I'd be like, okay, yeah,
I
sure.
would pay money to see you try and do that, because you have to do it all in formal wear as well.
Yeah, that's fine. I can happily wear a bit of formal wear. The issue would be if they got me to wear one of those like silly gowns. That's the issue.
I really struggled. The sensory of having that on all day, and you're poked and prodded all day. From the second you arrive
Yeah.
to get that gown put on, up until the point where you're dropping off, you are poked and prodded by members of staff the whole day.
Yeah.
Between because there's the LinkedIn photographer, and then you have to deal with all of the you go in and they're like, oh, we'll reorganize it, and then you sit down for what feels like 4 years, and then you do your little walk, and they poke and prod you in the line, they poke and prod you just before you go on stage, they poke and prod you. I was done.
Yeah.
I was so done with the entire thing. Dropped it off and was like, I need to leave right now. I'm
Yeah.
so bored. I hate everything about this.
So that's the thing. I'm a bit 50-50 about what I'm going to wear to these graduations that we're doing this year.
I really want to do the entire thing in my Phantom hoodie,
Because on one hand, Phantom hoodie. But on the other hand, I've got something I want to try out, which I think would kind of require me to go in formal wear, because it just fits the vibe of the ceremony better. Which is specifically,
you want to do crowd work, don't
I
you?
wanna
Like
do
we did at Buxton.
really want to do crowd work, because we did a graduation. Yes, Sky, you can steal the PC.
But at Buxton,
yeah,
it's
at
all
Buxton,
we were sat
'cause
so
it's-
much closer to the
Yeah,
audience.
we were sat literally in front of the audience, so I could go up to the audience and go, "Hey, what's your name? Like, what, are you graduating this year? Blah 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 blah." And
Getting
actually
them all to
interact-
do Mexican waves,
Yeah.
and those photos were great though, because
Yeah.
we photographed. It was easier to photograph as well.
Yeah.
Like I think trying to photograph the event at, is it the Velodrome? I can't
Yeah.
remember. I did mine last year. I should know.
Something like that.
It's so much harder to try and organise when we're sat in a tiny little box, which is better in a way, but also worse.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. I'd quite like to try and do crowd work. We've got wireless microphones that we could do it with. It would just be a situation of, can we get them to work without feedback, kind of thing, which would just require someone to go up the day before and be like, can we, does it physically work? Plug in the right things.
Or go in slightly earlier.
Well, honestly, we probably could show up at 8. If there's, I think there's 3 of us on the first day. It's me, you, and Sky, I think, on the first day, maybe. If I were to, that's the question. Do you know how to set the equipment up?
You know full well I don't know how to set the equipment up.
So you'd go downstairs. You'll be our microphone test dummy, and then me and Sky will plug everything in. And then if it
just
works,
sit
it
with a call
works.
and be like, are you set? Can you hear everything?
Yeah.
There's something about the entire process of graduation is super stressful, because even before you've attended, you've got to book how many tickets you want,
Yeah.
pay the uni for those, which is neither here nor there. I'm not having that around today. And then you've got to measure yourself, rent the gown, make sure you've done all of that right in the right colours and everything. Then you go from, if you're in town or even if you're from further away, you've got to trek to the Velodrome on the day,
Yeah.
collect your gown.
Ethan means Derby Arena.
Is it the arena?
Yes, Derby Arena.
It just annoys me so
Yeah.
much. And then you have to just lots of walk in, and just everything about it's not it.
Is what it is. Is what it is. We have a notepad coming up.
Oh.
Fixed. Smiley face.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And it's gone again.
Oh.
Yeah. Bye, Sky. But yeah, graduations are fun, but after you do, I think you do 3, and you're like, okay, can we finish now?
I did mine, and I was like that.
Yeah.
You saw me after my graduation. I was like, I need to leave right
Like, I usually download 3 or 4 movies per day.
Gosh.
Like I watched last year's Derby. Was it even last year's? November's. I think it might have been. I just had Raya and the Last Dragon downloaded on my phone, so I watched that the whole time. Like, that was maybe 2 graduations
You
worth.
could take the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah. Like, honestly, you probably could do one a day, like, and you'd get through it and have time to spare. No, I think it'd be a push to do all 3, because you've got to do, like, because the final day of Derby is just 2 ceremonies. It's not all 3.
Right. So you might, depending on how you watch them.
If you're watching extended editions, it's not happening. Like, you have to watch.
The extended editions are the only way to watch those films.
Exactly. But, like, if you're doing it at graduation, you've got to, like, keep it to a bare minimum of just the 3-hour versions, not the 4 ones.
The entire process, because my housemates are currently going through this, because they're obviously finishing now. They're, both like, we've got to book tickets, we're going to do this, and the family's coming up and all of this. And I'm like, yep, it doesn't stop being stressful.
Ugh.
What? Why? You...
That's fine. My Facebook Messenger has a habit of every time I get a notification, reopening, like, re-notifying me of messages I've already read. You get me? So, like,
get on that, Facebook. Fix it.
Like, just sort it out. And I don't even know why it is.
No,
it's like, I've just had a notification for YouTube now, as we're speaking, and I've also had messages that I replied to an hour ago.
Oh, fun.
And it's like, don't want that.
I've responded to these. And how are you doing?
I'll explain later. Sorted. I'm doing okay. I got the job.
Whew.
So I'm in Derby for the foreseeable. Yeah. There's not really a whole lot more going on in my life. I did 37 hours of work at the pub last week. Got 25 this week. And then next week I start, like, the proper hours of the job.
Proper hours.
Kind of thing. Like, I mean that in, like, last week, the manager of the pub was booked off for, like the whole weekend, basically. They're booked off until today. Or tomorrow, maybe. Something like that. So I was doing a lot of, like, do a shift here, like, you're going to be doing these extra jobs that you're going to do when you've, like, signed your contract and everything. Like, just to prepare you for that, basically.
That's not
but
bad,
it meant
right?
I was getting a lot of hours last week of basically training.
That makes sense, though.
Like I did Thursday night on my own, kind of thing, and I went in on Wednesday and did the line clean stuff that you wouldn't usually do as just a regular member of staff, but when you go up
But you're
a
not
step,
a regular member of staff
I'm not
anymore.
regular anymore. Oh, I'm different. I'm better.
Sure. I snorted, now my nose hurts.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. Yeah, but it's good. It's good. Comes with a pay increase and everything,
Oh, lucky you.
and keys to the pub. That's
You
the
live
best.
like 2 minutes away
I,
as well.
I live 2 minutes away
You
from
live-
the pub, and I now have keys to the pub.
Uh-oh.
No, I won't be doing anything dodgy with that. Don't worry. But yeah, that's the tea on my end of
tea.
life. We'll be back in a minute. I think we go away.
Chuck them some music.
Have you get some music on the radio? Stream. I am actually going to give you silence because I'm very tired at the moment. And then we'll come back with the news.
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 News. We'll come back in about 2, maybe 3 minutes, depending on how long the song is. Maybe it'll be 5 or 6 minutes if I accidentally put on 2 songs instead. Anyway, this is Say Something by Lil Yachty. That's an awful artist name. That's shocking.
Can't
Anyway,
even take yourself seriously long enough.
here it is. Enjoy. Hello, stream. Oh, this is very loud in my ears.
Please stop doing ASMR. That's not what we're here for.
Yeah. But yeah, it's now I'm in the situation of I've got a job and a flat,
Well done.
and then quite a few of my friends are looking for a job and looking for a flat. I'm not in a I really want to start looking for a flat, but my contract ends in September.
Yeah, there's no point doing that.
Which means there's nothing available for me to
physically look at for that time.
For me to look at for that kind of time. Like, I want to be moving into a place mid-August, start of September kind of time.
I just feel really weird that I have this flat sorted.
Yeah.
I'm getting the furniture off at the end of this month, and the only thing that's sort of left for me to get done.
So were you getting a load of notifications?
I was getting a phone call.
Good.
Shout out to that friend who doesn't know I'm on air, who I'm gonna have to message and be like, "Hi, I am on air."
Just send them a link to the YouTube. Just be like, watch.
But yeah, it's really bizarre being like, "Oh, I'm an adult now."
Yeah.
Because I think I've spent the 4 years hiding in uni going like, I'm still in education, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, I need to find somewhere to live. Okay, I've done that before. Student accommodation is basically the same, just
Yeah.
extra payments, no big deal. And then it was like, oh, and now you're looking at full-time work. And I'm like, oh no. And that's a lot.
Now it's the question, will this work? Because we've pressed play, but I don't know if it'll play through to the across campus and online kind of message that we get.
We'll find out.
We will.
You're aware people can download all of the lives, right?
Yeah? No? How do you mean?
Like on YouTube, you could just go through and download them.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even just like YouTube Premium, just anyone.
I've just got YouTube, and it was like download, and I'm like, no. What am I gonna do with an hour of me chatting nonsense? Like, I don't need that.
Yeah. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into some news in about 30 seconds, 40 if you give it a little bonus. Ethan's taking selfies.
Yeah, to show the friend who attempted to call me.
And then we'll be ready to go. I hope you're all.
Please stop doing the ASMR.
I hope you all enjoy the show. We're gonna continue with the ASMR all episode.
I don't want the ASMR.
Sky is sending corrections in the live chat. You do have to pay to download.
I don't use premium though.
Good. It doesn't actually.
You know what'd help? You need to.
No, because it should just play through.
The playing through wasn't.
Yeah.
It's Phantom Radio.
That is right. You are listening to Phantom Radio.
Yes, we are in fact Phantom Radio.
That's good, isn't it?
Otherwise, you're lost. If you're looking for a different radio.
Yeah, if you're here for like BBC Radio 1,
you are very lost.
you've come to the wrong place. I recommend getting in your car and pressing the number 1 button.
Just sit in your car and do it instead.
That'll probably be the right one. These headphones are dodgy, but the cable's way too long for me to not just fidget with it. Is
that why they're all broken?
No, it's just this pair. This pair is broken. The rest of them are fine. Also, Sky, it's not actually broken. It's just when you move it around, like, it sometimes stops.
That would be broken.
No, it's not broken. But yeah, we're going to jump into some news. Now...
It makes me so uncomfortable.
Jumping in some news
so
now.
Gross.
Ethan, have you got the news up yet?
I do have the news up.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna throw it to you. Tell me the news.
The news.
And you'll get my. Why are you taking? Why are you doing this to me? News.
That's something, by the way, you say that it
News.
tickles my brain.
What's wrong with news?
I don't know.
How do you say it?
News. I don't. It's the same, but my
News.
brain just.
What? What do you mean?
I need to stop headbutting this.
Yeah, it'd be ideal.
Yeah, it would.
But yeah, if you give me the news and I'll give you my truthful and honest reactions.
Apparently, Michael Keaton is ready to raise hell in Beetlejuice, and apparently he's really excited to be doing this role. And I mean, good for him. It looks really interesting, to be fair. This
Just elbows
the desk.
the desk over here.
I think also by calling it Beetlejuice, they're obligated to do a third film.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I have never watched Beetlejuice. I've not seen Beetlejuice the musical either. I feel like it's another one of the, like, much like The Grinch, it's one of those films where it's like, oh my god, this is so good and you need to watch it, but it's only because that person watched it as a kid,
Right.
and it's not actually that good.
Are we talking the live-action Grinch or the cartoon with Benedict Cumberbatch? in it?
I'm talking Jim Carrey live action.
That's a good film.
I hate it. It's awful.
I'm a fall out with you. On the same vein as Beetlejuice, you're going to have to suffer because there's quite a lot of Beetlejuice
Good.
news. Apparently, Tim Burton feels that this is a very personal comeback movie. Apparently, he feels that he identifies with Lydia, who is a character within the film
Yes.
who goes through quite a lot. I don't know whether I can spoil it or not. It's a bit of a weird one. So it's interesting to see that he's kind of gone, this feels really personal to me. I relate to you know, this kind of character bracket.
I had a really odd. I heard someone having a conversation about Tim Burton the other day, and someone was saying, "Oh yeah, his best film is The Nightmare Before Christmas," and I was like, it was at like a house party, so I was like, I'm not gonna have this argument.
Please don't rage war on random passers-by about film.
It's not a Tim Burton film. It's called Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, absolutely. It's not a Tim Burton film. It's directed by someone else. Therefore, it is someone else's film. Like, yes, he wrote the script, and yes, it looks like a Tim Burton film, but it is not a Tim Burton film. Like,
yeah, but that's then like, how pedantic do you want to get with arguing with people about film?
very.
I know. I know you do, but I don't think other people need.
I think there's very few screenwriters where you would go, oh yeah, that's a insert screenwriter name film, rather than saying the director's name. I think one of the only screenwriters who gets away with it is Richard Curtis.
Yeah.
And that's because however many people have directed his films that he's written, they all end up roughly the same. And when I say that, Richard Curtis is the guy who did Love Actually, About Time, Yesterday, other films. I'm going to Google this now because I want to give you the extensive list. Richard Curtis. Okay, movies. I've dropped my student ID. About Time, Love Actually, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, The Bean Movie, The Boat That Rocked, Notting Hill, Mr. Bean's Holiday, Yesterday.
Oh, he did the
Bridget Jones' Diary.
Yeah, that tracks.
Bridget Jones, Edge of Reason.
Yeah, there is like a trend and theme there.
They're all very like.
Can we just like all of those types of film and then Warhorse from 2011?
Yeah. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
He also did a couple of war films as well, actually, because you got 1917 there as well.
Yeah.
I would love to see what Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is about. That's quite 1978 film.
I would guess some Killer Tomatoes attack. But yeah, like.
Is it a spoof? It looks like a spoof.
No, I just think it's a B movie. I don't think it's a spoof. It's just not a great. It's low budget, like £1,000.
It made alright.
Or yeah. So it made back its money 5 times, but it's still like a low budget thing. Oh. Anyway.
Apparently, Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery is going to be adding Jeremy Renner to it.
Ooh.
I really like the Knives Out film, and oh my gosh, watch my brain not remember the one that followed.
Glass Onion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really enjoy those films because it's taking serious actors and kind of going, here you go do this for a bit, have some fun, do something slightly ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like Jeremy Renner could play a really good, like,
He gives me tired detective.
no, I'm thinking, like, just an alternative version of Daniel Craig's character.
Yeah,
like,
very much
like one of
so.
those ones where he's like, Daniel Craig gets really annoyed at Jeremy Renner's detective who's trying to work out the mystery, but Jeremy Renner's character just is he's the same as Benoit Blanc. Just Benoit Blanc finds him annoying, kind of thing. It like he's just another Poirot, kind of thing. I think that would be decent. Obviously, the twist they'd have to go with there is Jeremy Renner was the killer the whole time, because then Daniel Craig's character is justified in his like suspiciousness of Jeremy Renner and disliking of. But anyway, yeah.
Apparently, Alien... Watch me butcher words again. Alien Romulus will be a hybrid of both Alien and Aliens, and they're looking at how they're going to do, like, combine these two ideas. I don't need another Alien film.
So they're making another Alien film that is just Alien 1 and Alien 2.
Yup.
What? Why?
Apparently, the idea is there's going to be a bigger, beefier sequel.
Just... Is this a film or a TV show?
This is a film.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, I could understand a TV show. Like, make a TV show of the first two Alien films. Sure.
I'd like
I don't
some
care.
more context of a TV show. Can't say I'd watch all of it, but, like,
But, like,
that'd be quite nice.
just condensing 1 and 2 down to one film? No. Because you'll take out all the, like, horror aspect. Because you won't have any time to let things build. They just have to be. Anyway, yeah.
The only other piece of news I sort of have is Argyle, that obviously came out earlier
Yes.
this year. Apparently met by and large by a slew of negative reviews, and it seemed really mixed from what I actually saw
yeah.
online. Apparently, they were having... It grossed at 96 million,
Yeah.
which isn't awful. It's not great for a
What
film.
was the budget? Do we know?
I am not sure off the top of my head.
I will search it.
But apparently they weren't expecting such negative reviews. Apparently people thought it was offensive, and they were slightly shocked that...
200 million budget.
Oh yeah, not good.
Not good.
Not good. But lots of people are kind of, like, who are involved in the film, kind of shocked that people have come off and been feeling like it's offensive and things.
Yeah.
They wanted to do a prequel called Younger Argyle.
Yeah. When you say offensive, what do you mean?
It doesn't really say, which is not very helpful.
Because I know that, like, the cast is very white. Like, so if they mean it in that way, then yeah, the cast's very white. But I don't really know how else. I didn't like... Okay, the first 2 acts of Argyle are good. They're, like, quality spy action film. And then the third... Or not spy action film, like, just general action film.
It's very much along
which has...
the goal was to make it along the similar line to The Kingsman, the balance between,
Yeah.
it's a spy action film that has a direction we're going somewhere,
Yeah,
but we're
but
also,
also
taking the mick just a little bit.
And also the main character isn't a spy themselves. They're just a regular person
who was sort of
exists.
brought in unintentionally.
Yeah. And then the third act starts with a twist reveal, and it ruins the whole film. That's the thing, like, because it's the whole film, your window into the world is Bryce Dallas Howard's character.
Yes.
she is just at every.
She was a writer.
She is a writer who has just been caught up in this whole thing. Yeah, because by accident she is writing true things about a giant spy organization. So she's accidentally brought herself into it, and then in the third act they do this whole twist reveal of like about her, and it entirely ruins it all, because it goes from her being audience surrogate to just being a character in the film, which would be perfectly fine if they hadn't set her up as
Audience surrogate,
you know. But yeah, like that's my main issue with it. The rest of the film is brilliant. That's the thing. Like, Sam Rockwell, all the acting's made amazing. Sam Rockwell knocks it out of the park. Henry Cavill, John Cena, Bryce Dallas Howard also do amazing jobs. I just yeah. Then there was the second twist at the very end, which has absolutely zero play in anything. But it's just the film happened to have taken place in the Kingsman universe. Like, and my issue with that is this film has Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, who appears in the first Kingsman film as the villain.
Is it the first one?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the first one.
Because he has that whole plan to kill everyone. And then he just shows up in this one and he's a good guy. Like, and it makes very little sense why they'd do that whole thing of, it's in the same universe the whole time. Oh, but also we've cast this one actor.
They could have cast anybody else.
They could have literally cast so many other actors to fill that role. Like, they could have reused an actor in it. So, spoiler alert for Argyle. Basically, John Cena and Henry Cavill's characters are characters within the book.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And they only exist within the film in the lens of flashbacks to the book kind of thing, or in action scenes where Sam Rockwell's character will suddenly become Henry Cavill or will suddenly become John Cena. And I think it would have been a really good like, don't get me wrong, it would have made the cast so much more white than it already is if they did this one. But it would have been a good move if they'd put Henry Cavill or John Cena in Samuel L. Jackson's role.
Yeah.
Because then it explains where that face has come from in her head.
Yeah.
It's, oh, that's my boss.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Argyle again. Turns out Bryce Dallas Howard was a spy the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
on the topic of Henry Cavill, actually, not so much film, more related to TV.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know that he left.
The Witcher.
Was removed, whatever line you want to use.
Yeah.
We got a first look at the Hemsworth that is replacing him.
Yes.
And when I say I was not happy, there's just something that doesn't quite feel right about it. We got a first look, and it's just not. It's
full
not
on
right.
Trailer and everything.
Yeah, we got a full clip, and I'm just not quite happy about it. I'm sure he'll be fine in terms of acting. I don't question Liam Hemsworth's acting ability for this particular role. I'm sure he'll do fine. But because it's not Henry Cavill, my brain cannot process.
Yeah, that's fair.
The trailer at all. It just my brain cannot.
Yeah. What we're gonna do? We're gonna disappear for a bit. We're gonna watch this trailer. We're gonna leave the radio with some music. We're gonna watch this trailer, and I'm gonna actually see how bad it is.
Have you seen The Witcher for any form of context for other people?
Yes, I saw like season 1 maybe. Like, I think I watched season 1, got really confused, have like more recently found out, oh yeah, it's because like the timelines jump around. It's not like one episode follows the other. It's just a bunch of stories that happen randomly. But the confusing bit of it is the bard doesn't age at any point. That's the thing, because that's what's meant to be the tell of like when
we've
the
jumped
thing is.
because this person has aged or is
Yes,
younger.
exactly. Like the bard character is meant to be older or younger depending on when in the timeline it's happening, but they just don't do that in the show.
Good.
And he's just young the whole time.
So attractive, I reckon. Not sorry.
Oh, awful. Anyway, we're gonna give you some music. It's not marked these songs as played already. That's fun. It is what it is. So, we will see you in a bit. We're gonna put on Good Life by Inner City. And that'll be followed by... not that. Something else. I'll find something somewhere. Anyway, here is Good Life by Inner City. I regret my choice of picking this song because this is just very like...
Yeah, but you do need to put another song onto queue.
Yeah. Where's this? There it is. Let's see. Go with that. Actually, no, we'll go with this one instead. Weird. That's not doing anything. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's put these down somewhere. It's just very loud. Anyway, but also let's watch this trailer, which means picking up the headphones again.
There's not a whole lot going on audibly.
I'll give it the headphones anyway.
I still can't. I just can't.
This isn't the trailer. This is a fake trailer.
You've got your fake trailer.
Yeah. That's good. Because that is Henry Cavill deep... Like, that is
Liam
Hemsworth deep faked onto Cavill. Oh, that was a waste.
You want the actual Netflix one, ideally?
Yeah. Got it, cool. Okay, now let's actually watch this.
The comments on this post, I ended up having a look at afterwards.
It very much shows that they're trying to avoid his face.
Yeah.
This whole trailer, they're trying to avoid his face. Even there, you can't really...
And then they get him turning around, and I just can't.
No.
It's just not right. Something about it feels wrong. And that's it. That's all you get.
That's it. That is... Oh, that's awful.
The comments on this are both really inappropriate, but actually quite amusing when people are like, you've screwed this, like, this is over, Netflix have butchered this and the other. And you've got a variation of people... Yeah.
Yeah. The music came back as soon as I hit that button. I wasn't prepared for it.
People are right. I do like the fact that while lots of people are having grumbles about this, it's not about Liam Hemsworth being in the role.
Yeah, it's about the writers.
Song's ending.
Oh, good. Oh. Why has it done this? Give me Night Fever, please. There we go.
But it is something I've noticed is that
This is Night Fever by the Bee Gees.
while lots of people are having grumbles, it's not at Liam Hemsworth. He's not done anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's not an awful actor.
No.
But everyone is trashing the writers,
The
online.
writers for doing it, yeah.
So they wanted to make loads of adjustments, and Henry Cavill kept being like, no, if we're going to make this, and we want to claim that we're making it authentically, we should stick to X, Y, and Z themes. And they ignored him.
Yeah.
And I'm not particularly surprised, you know, like... If you were like, yes, I want to be on this project because we can authentically make something that I really, really love and appreciate, and then they...
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I... You good?
Yeah, I'm just replying to Jane. She's asked me to count how many episodes of shows we've done. Which is a very difficult task because we yes, we could send like ballpark of like it's roughly this amount based on how many episodes have been set on the system.
Yeah.
But that will include
Why don't you just message all the leaders, not leaders,
like hosts.
message all the hosts and be like, how many shows did you do this year?
No, because that'll be too many for them to count. They'd have to end up counting it the same way that I'll count it.
Can you go through the Spotify?
That's exactly what I'm going to go through. I'm going to go to the start of this year, to the start of the Spotify, just count. Which is going to take time. You know?
You should be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
It's really bizarre that we're...
Done.
Yeah, it's very strange because we were still doing this after my lectures had ended. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm still going into uni. It's fine. It doesn't matter that it's not related to my course. I'm still going into university. And then that's stopping. And honestly, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do like media ranty things on like YouTube or something, but I'm not particularly interesting, I don't think.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you. You're just clapping down the stream with no context, and it's awful.
Night Fever, Night Fever. It's an absolute banger. But yeah, after this song we'll be done for that hour. You know when you're just like...
You're going to need to remember to put automation back on after we're done.
Yeah, well. It is what it is. Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to Film Talk on Phantom. There's your bit of background music. It is 3 o'clock and a bit. My name's Owen. I'm here with Ethan.
You are indeed.
What's cracking?
Eggs.
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Fried.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I'm extra. Boiled eggs are a lunch thing, and I don't like them hard boiled, and I cannot stand the texture of scrambled, and I just can't unless it's made a very specific way.
I think eggs in the morning is fried, yeah, because you're like in the context that you're doing eggs in the morning, chances are you're doing bacon as well, like you're doing yourself a full English.
You're doing a breakfast,
like you're not doing like don't get me wrong, I've had scrambled eggs on toast for breakfast before.
So have I.
But like, odds are you're having other fried things. So you'll have fried eggs.
So it just depends on how much effort you have.
Yeah.
Depends on your egg in the
If
morning.
you're not frying anything else, you're not frying eggs. But if you're frying literally anything,
You're probably having fried
eggs.
eggs. I ain't making more things dirty. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
I really want a full English now. I'm
Yeah.
going to be really grumpy for the rest of the day, so thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
that.
I have a flat inspection on Wednesday. This is not film talk anymore. This is just life talk. I have a flat inspection on Wednesday, and I think honestly my best bet of it. So also my washing machine's broken.
Lol.
That's an update on life that the stream I don't think know. My washing machine is broken, but because our letting agents haven't gotten back to us about it, we can't do anything about it because it's not like it's our landlord's washing machine. Like basically our flat was unfurnished except for white goods. So we had a fridge, an oven, and a washer and a dryer. Those were the 4 things we got. We had to buy the kettle, toaster, microwave, sofas, beds, tables, blah, blah, all of that bought by us. But we got those 4 things built into the house. But the issue with that is we then can't, like, just go and replace it ourselves. Like, if it was our washing machine that had broken, like, we could just go...
Oh, we'll get someone to fix it whenever we have time.
We'll just call someone, they'll fix it, or we'll call someone and we'll get a new one, kind of thing. But no, we've got to do it through the letting agents, and our landlord lives in Australia and is currently trying to sell the property. So I wouldn't be surprised if the letting agents are getting very little from the landlord in terms of like, hey, are we allowed to replace that washing machine, please? But yeah,
I own basically everything in my flat, bar the oven and the washer dryer that came with the...
yeah.
But I was like, I only have to buy 1 white good, so it's not as bad.
It's not
like,
as bad. That's the thing. Like, looking back on it, from where I am now, I would have preferred to have to buy the white goods. But also, I know me at the time of me moving into this flat was not in a position
to buy white
goods. Like, so I kind of just, it is what it is. Like, and next year I'm not opposed to the concept as long as I'm in a flat where I'm like, this is where I am staying, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like for the foreseeable, like as in, I'll be on a 12-month contract or whatever, and if I stay in Derby, I stay in this flat, kind of thing. The only reason I'd leave this flat is if I leave Derby as a whole. Like, that's kind of the place I want to be at.
It'll depend on how I feel once I'm fully furnished, but if I get to the stage where no, I am happy with the layout as is, I'll probably stay in that flat for a good couple of years because I don't want to have to move again.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I've moved Warrington, Kent, and then in Kent I moved from my grandparents to another house in Hawkinge.
Yeah.
Hawkinge into Folkestone, Folkestone to Peak, Peak to Sun, Sun to Jackson, Jackson to this. I'm done. I would like to not have to move again for a little bit.
So I've not moved a whole lot in my life. I went Cardiff to 2 different places in Cardiff to then one of those places changing. Then I moved up here to Darley. Then I moved to Peel. Then I moved to Leland. Then I moved to where I am now.
Don't dox yourself.
Exactly. And then I'll be moving
to
wherever.
If I got like
not fun.
It's not, moving is awful, and I really would just, I want to at least be driving before I consider moving again, just because I feel like it's going to be easier. The amount of hassle I've had over the last couple of moves, just because I don't drive, has been an absolute nightmare. Which I would be had COVID not have occurred. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. However, for this section, now you're finished complaining about white goods.
Yeah, now I'm done complaining about that. We're going to talk about our most anticipated film, or like not our films.
I've not filmed anything this year.
The films we're most anticipated about coming out this year.
Slash next year because I can't remember dates.
Yeah, just one.
I've just seen ads.
Yeah. So I've opened up a thing which is kind of useless. I've searched it on Google.
I'm pretty sure most of those have come out.
Upcoming movies 2024,
That's
and
out.
the top like 7 answers are out, and some of them have even left cinemas.
Yeah, they're like out.
So it was Civil War, which I'm pretty sure has left cinemas now. Fall Guy, which is still in cinemas. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is still in cinemas. If is still in cinemas. Dune Part 2 came out ages ago. Furiosa is in cinemas. Challengers is in cinemas if you go to the right one. And Godzilla by Kong is also out.
Yeah.
Been out, left cinemas, kind of out.
As is Ghostbusters. That film's been and gone.
Yeah. Thing is, Godzilla Kong has been out of cinema so long that I went down to the Odeon the other week. Other cinemas are available. Blah blah blah. Went down to the Odeon the other day. Saw the popcorn bucket for Godzilla vs Kong, or Godzilla and Kong, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool bucket. It was like half blue, half orange, which are usually like colours I wouldn't like. Orange I wouldn't usually go for. Blue, absolutely fine, whatever. But usually orange isn't a colour I'd go for. But the design looked cool. Turns out it's a bucket, like it's 2 different popcorn buckets that slide into each other.
That's cool.
So if you wanted, if there were like 2 of you having a movie night, you could either split it apart and like you sit over there, I'll sit over here, and we just both have a bucket of popcorn, or you like sit next to each other
but you
have half a
that's
bucket each.
Cool.
Or you fill it, or if you're like me and you really struggle to just have one thing to eat, you could fill one half with like sweets and one half with crisps or something. Like, bad example, I wouldn't fill it with crisps, but you get what I mean. Like,
I get a bit weird when I watch films, because generally I just want... I went for years just having popcorn at the cinema, and I keep seeing films at awkward times, so now I'm like buying hot food in cinemas as well. And like, I think the last film I took myself to go see in the cinema, I ended up with like a hot dog, a thing of popcorn, like this massive drink, and I was just sat in the cinema like, this is fine.
Yeah. But anyway, I never actually finished my point. I got this popcorn bucket. I was talking to the person behind the counter because I went after the film that I'd watched. So
Yeah,
I can't remember what film I'd gone to see. But I went to see a film, and I went up to the person at the end of the film, and I was like, hey, are those Godzilla Kong just like buckets being just sold as like on their own? And she was like, yeah, they are. They're like £5 each. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy one. And then we just kept talking, and she was like, yeah, when we were originally selling these, we were selling them for like £25 each. Like, to get the bucket with like popcorn in it, £25.
Wow.
And I've just got it for a £5. Like, that's how long Godzilla Kong New Empire has
They're like giving them to people.
They're basically throwing them out. Also, found out Odeon's on like Deliveroo the other day.
Why?
Yeah, it's
Why?
just there. It's just there, and I don't know why it's there, but it's there. And you can get any merchandise, like just random merchandise, for £2. You just put it down, and they will just send a random one.
That's kind of funky.
Like, I don't know why they're on Deliveroo, because quite frankly, just go to the cinema. Like, the popcorn won't be good by the time it gets to you. Like, if you've got it that way, you may as well just go to the shop for the popcorn.
Yeah.
Everything else is way overpriced, except for their cocktails. Surprisingly, their cocktails in Odeon are priced exactly the same as town. Like, if you go to...
But I'm not going to the cinema to drink a cocktail.
No, but I have before.
Why?
Because it was the 12-hour Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So we went and did
I want to do that.
You know what I want to do? Is Lord of the Rings extended editions.
Obviously.
With the appropriate food.
I think I sent you that on a particular platform of social media.
Where it's like, you start off with breakfast, and you just eat that. You've not got a film on. You just eat breakfast.
And then you do 11
And then you cook second breakfast whilst, like, just before the film. You eat second breakfast whilst you're watching the film, and then start cooking start doing 11s, which you will have prepared the night before, because 11s is tea and cake. Then you have lunch. I'm actually gonna pull up Hobbit eating schedule. That's perfect, actually.
I kind
Okay.
of want this poster in my house, I'm not gonna lie.
So we'll pull up the image. Why not? So at 7 a.m. you will wake up. You will have breakfast, which is eggs, bacon, what looks like a hash brown, an egg, and then some just like.
If you really
bits.
wanted to modify it and save yourself some cooking time, you could order Mackey's breakfast at 7 a.m.
Yes, exactly.
for your breakfast, and then make everything else.
Yeah, and
at
then
home.
yes, that saves you some washing up. Then second breakfast at 9 a.m., which is I think when you'd start the film. Mm-hmm. You'd start the film at like once you've cooked second breakfast, which is like toast and bacon and egg and more toast and jam on your toast and like a cup of coffee with both breakfasts, or tea. No, that is coffee. Never mind. Coffee with both breakfasts. And then 11s is... What was that?
I have no idea, but it made me jump in the air. There was a thud. It was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody's entered. I can't
see
anything.
anyone. But like... That's weird.
That was awful.
Anyway, 11s is like... In real
got some
life, it's
cakey
tea
things.
and cake,
Yeah,
but
they've
like...
got like cakey things on there.
they've got things that look kind of like cake. They've got a cookie,
the egg there that's
a
making me chuckle,
croissant,
though.
and an egg. The egg's weird.
That looks like something your friends would send you at a Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
Here.
Then you have luncheon, which is
A proper lunch.
meat, potatoes, greens.
Yeah.
Simple. Afternoon tea is more cake. And then dinner is like a Sunday roast. And then supper is soup and bread and
I
greens.
think you'd probably have to, for the sake of, if you're going to do this across all three films, I would spread them out a little bit.
Yeah. So 11s has to come at 11. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the only one that has
Like-
to be there when it's there.
Like when it's there.
But you
I
could
think-
delay luncheon and afternoon tea slightly. And I'm a late dinner, late supper kind of person. You know what I mean? So you can
Yeah.
have slightly more of a gap between
I
afternoon
think
tea and dinner.
you've got to do 11s with your first film.
Yeah,
Because it's an easy enough one to do that realistically you can prep it and bring it to the table with you whilst the film's going on. So I think the first three, 7 o'clock for first breakfast, 9 o'clock for second breakfast. You finish cooking second breakfast, start eating it at 9, and you're watching Fellowship. You're watching Fellowship, and then 2 hours into Fellowship, you pick up 11s. Like, you just pick it up from the table. You've already prepared
Yeah.
it. It's there. And then you finish that for 12 o'clock, like 12:30. At which point you can start cooking luncheon, and you finish cooking it at about 1 o'clock, and you start Two Towers with luncheon.
I
and
would
then
really
afternoon
like to do
tea.
this, but I
Yeah.
do not have the things in my fridge at the moment.
I don't have the stomach to be able to take this.
I would have to reduce some of the portion sizes
Yes,
down,
big time.
obviously. Like
'Cause this is
afternoon
like-
tea and second breakfast, you could reduce down. And like 11Cs have it as like a cake.
Yes,
and
11s is
a cup of
a
tea.
piece of cake or a croissant and cake and tea. Breakfast and second breakfast, I think I'd just go bacon and eggs, and then bacon and like sausage and toast.
Or like toast and
Like-
something, yeah.
Or like maybe like like the first one is full English breakfast
And your second one's like some
and
jam
bean
toast.
bean and toast.
I think what I might do is once I've completely sorted my flat is when my next day off after that point,
Yeah. You
sit
do
down
it.
and do it.
Yeah. 2024 release schedule, that might be useful. Except, okay, January, February, March, April, May.
We are into June now.
We are in June, and none of the films have come out yet, so that is ideal. Cool. So, we're just gonna scroll down this. and we'll sort of just say when we see something.
I think.
Okay.
Well, Pixar's
Inside Out 2. Also, brilliant poster right there. The Dolby poster for most films is almost always better than the main poster, and that is a perfect example.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant poster, and I don't know. I think the main poster is just Inside Out 1 poster again, but they've got more of them now. Let's see. So Inside Out 2 is one I am very much looking forward to.
I think
I've not seen a whole lot from it, but I'll go see it. Let's see. That's honestly the only thing in June that I'm looking forward to. Maybe Quiet Place Day 1, but I've not seen Quiet Place. Oh no, I've seen Quiet Place. I've not seen the sequel to it.
Yeah. Is that designed to be a prequel, do you think?
I think this is a prequel. I think this is different actors and everything.
How we got to the stage that this needed to happen.
When did the aliens show up, kind of thing.
I keep seeing ads for Despicable Me 4.
Do you?
And yeah, I honestly, I was really angry because I went to see a film and saw the ad for Despicable Me 4 in the cinema actually, and they've advertised it like an actual action film. Like the clip together, because you watch the Despicable Me films, it's like a family comedy. You're happy, you're watching, you're enjoying, but they have filmed the ads like a proper action film. Yeah, they have. It's really funny.
Okay, I've not heard anything about this, but it's got Channing Tatum in it and Scarlett Johansson, it seems.
Fly Me
to the Moon seems like it could probably be a good film. I just love Channing Tatum, honestly. Let's see, what's it about? Romantic comedy, perfect. I don't need more than that. It's Channing Tatum in a romantic comedy.
I feel like it's directed by the same person who did Love, Simon, I think it said.
Oh,
which I have mixed feelings about as a film.
That is a downside.
I do have mixed feelings about that film.
Written by Greg Berlanti, who did like Flash and Arrow and all that.
That's a turn in terms of
yeah
theme, but okay.
The screen went black.
We're getting another Skywalkers.
Skywalkers. I don't know if this is Star Wars. No, it's not. It is.
Bold acrobatic stunt on the spy to salvage both their career and their relationship. Does sound like an interesting little premise, though.
Yeah.
In and of its own right.
But it's going straight to Netflix, which
Not
says to me
surprised.
is gonna be bad. Deadpool and Wolverine
yes,
is the first one where I'm like, absolutely, that is gonna be brilliant.
DDF's in ads for.
Yeah, does it look good?
Yes, it does. Which I think there are a couple of. I think I want more animated themed things this year. I would be quite happy with.
August. Borderlands, not that hyped for.
Have you not seen the ads for it?
Yeah, but like.
I don't have the context though, which obviously is quite important.
Do you know what I don't get? They've recast the robot.
Okay.
And it's like, it's a voice role. You could have definitely paid the actor who plays him in the games to come back and voice.
Isn't he voiced by Jack Black?
I think he's Jack Black now.
Because I think when I saw the ad, I laughed and was like, "Oh, Avery, are you wanting to see this then? Because you get to listen to Jack Black." But
yeah, Claptrap. So Claptrap is played by a really good voice actor.
Okay.
In real life. Hold on, we'll Google it now. Claptrap.
I have not played this game, so I'm lacking a lot of content.
Played. Oh, good.
David Eddings, most recently.
Yes.
Yeah, he's had several. They all have though.
Yeah, but like, he does have a voice actor. That's the thing. It's like when they brought back. Spoiler alert: when they brought back Darth Maul for the end of Rogue One.
Yeah.
They didn't use Peter Serafinowicz. Sorry, Peter Serafinowicz. They used Sam Witwer. Because Sam Witwer had been doing it on Clone Wars and Rebels and Bad Batch and blah, 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 all these animated things.
Yeah.
He is the voice of Darth Maul now. Like, it's not Peter Serafinowicz anymore.
Bless you.
Thanks. Like, so they brought Sam Witwer in to do it over.
But that'll be the
like,
voice that the
Park.
people who are actively watching Star Wars content up to that point will recognize. So it kind of makes sense.
Well, you say that, but if you're only watching the films,
Then you're boring.
well, yeah, you're boring.
Because the
But-
animated Clone Wars series for Star Wars is great.
Yeah. I think season 7 of that show is.
It all
This
gets
is
a
gonna-
bit weird,
okay.
some of it.
You're all gonna have to hear me out here. I think season 7 of Clone Wars is the single best thing out of the Star Wars franchise as a whole.
Okay.
I would argue it's even better than New Hope and like Empire and Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Is there a logic behind this argument?
It made me cry, and no Star Wars movies had ever made me cry
Okay,
before.
fair enough.
But I think genuinely season 7 of that show is peak telly. And if you want to go and do like stuff, like especially like action stuff, watch that series.
I think Star Wars
Just the
fits
last season.
nicely in animation as well, because there's a lot of things we can do with CGI now, which is great.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of things that just look a little bit nicer animated.
Yeah.
And I am looking forward to, don't know if it's out yet, the new Transformers film that they
Yeah.
are animating. I'm very excited about this
Yeah.
as a premise, the fact that they're animating this film, because I think it needed to be animated. I have noticed over the last couple of years that, you know how we noticed Christmas films earlier and earlier onto the year?
Yeah.
As a result, I've noticed that we're getting horror films in
films,
August.
yeah.
And it's like, why is this happening to us?
Like there's, don't get me wrong,
It happened a couple of times because they
Horror
were like
films-
beating the buzz in September, and then I've just watched it just creep.
like don't get me wrong, there's always usually one horror film in.
Yeah.
But I've noticed recently there's like 2 or 3 at a time, and it's like, who's going to see the, like, don't get me wrong, okay,
I'm seeing
you're
them.
going to see them.
I like a
Oh,
horror film.
Awful. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't get it.
Beetlejuice I'm looking forward to in September, which will be nice.
Yeah, Transformers 1 I'm looking forward to in September.
Absolutely.
I'm also interested in Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, because that's definitely a documentary.
I will assume so. If you click it might tell you more. As,
Oh well, when you bear in mind Christopher Reeve is dead.
Yeah, it will be a
It
documentary.
will be a documentary about his life.
Do you think it will
and-
be formulated or like found footage of him, or
No, it'll be a
we
interview.
have somebody else in?
Oh no, it won't be a biopic. It'll be a documentary. Yeah. I doubt that. Yeah, no. I think I'd have heard more about it if it was get an actor in to play Christopher Reeve. Yeah, it's archive footage.
Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see how this is put together. I hope they don't butcher it,
Yeah.
because I keep noticing documentaries coming out and then them butchering it and the family being fumed.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the new Joker film.
I'm not excited for it.
The first one made me feel really weird just because I then noticed an uptake of people using complex mental health issues to be like, but this, and I'm like, please stop. This is not how this works. Fantastic. I think that'd be an interesting, because I really enjoy
but
Lego
yeah,
films, to be honest. Generally,
Joker 2 I'm not excited for, because Joker 1 isn't as good as it's hyped up to be. Joker 1 only gets the hype it does because it is the Joker.
Right.
Because it's the like adaptation of Batman's greatest enemy. If you'd just made that film, you know,
what, and change the clown gimmick for something else?
no, leave the clown gimmick. Leave everything as it is, but it's just not the Joker. You know? It doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up nearly as well.
I think the premise of the film's really interesting.
Good. It's good.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. It's a good film. It is not as good as people say that it is.
I
And
haven't watched it in so long. I
feel
do not
like
have
that
enough
will.
context.
I feel like that will carry on for Joker 2. I don't think it'll be as good as everyone's going to hype it up to be, because you get all of the like the Giga Chads going, oh yeah, I'm the Joker. Like, oh, that's so relatable. We
No.
live in a society, right? Like, and it's like, no, like we do live in a society. Don't
I
get me
think
wrong, but
I think
not-
it thrives on the argument it created the first time, and I imagine they'll do the same thing.
yeah,
And it's really boring. I like Venom films. I enjoy him. I enjoy his voice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's just quite nice.
that's interesting. Okay, so I'm excited. I will go see this film. We're talking about Venom: The Last Dance. I'm curious, what Chiwetel for? Like, what character is he going to be playing? Because he plays Mordo in Doctor Strange, which I know
Yes.
is a different universe.
Yes, completely different franchise. Oh no, I'm sort of.
If you were going to have any villain character from Marvel crossover
Not the one I
that
would have
wasn't
selected.
that isn't Spider-Man, it is him.
Okay.
I think it's him because he's the one with the means to. You know?
Right, yeah.
Like, because he's the magic one.
We just got to see how it goes. It's not due out yet for quite a
No.
while, actually. Whether it thing is, it's predicted to come out this year. Whether it actually comes out this year will be another thing altogether.
Nah, because it is set for. It's not. Like, that's like October.
Yeah, it should do.
October, it'll definitely come out this year.
Yeah.
There's no way they will delay an October release so far
It also
that it'll
wouldn't shock
push
me
it
if
back
did.
to next year. I think
No, I don't think
push,
next year.
Push it back to November, maybe
Potentially.
December at a push. Probably not December though, because like studios won't allow that much time to make some changes. But yeah,
Heretic, November 15th?
haven't heard of it.
Neither have I. That I just saw the word and was like, what is this?
Nice.
Ah, nice.
No plot released, basically.
Not just yet. Well, I mean, I take myself to see older films fairly recently, like fairly regularly. I'm just like, you know what? I want to go see a random film.
Yeah,
I don't want Christmas films.
no. Especially not mid-November.
No. That's when my birthday is. Do not.
Gladiator 2.
Yeah,
Sequel to Gladiator.
I would assume so.
What? Who asked for this?
I've just got Pedro Pascal in it.
Yeah, and it's got Paul Mescal as well, but like, and Matt Lucas. That is,
It's
we're
fine.
going now. It's fine. It's acceptable. That is the most exciting movie. of all
I've
time.
seen ads for Moana 2. If that's actually coming out in
seen-
November, it's shocking they're advertising already.
I've seen no ads for Moana.
I
2.
have. Disney like to keep things under wraps until like 4 weeks before, and they're like, "Good luck." They are. Yeah. You seem so surprised at the rise of Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
but we knew about that already.
Yeah.
We didn't know this was going to
It
be a
is
thing.
what it is. The screen keeps going black.
It's probably a dodgy connection.
Yeah.
I think I'm interested in the fact that we are getting more video game movies, because you and I said earlier this year about the fact that we are noticing a rise in them. We are getting a third Sonic the Hedgehog film. Following year, we're getting Minecraft.
Yeah.
Please stop. Okay. We mentioned this the other week. One, did you see the live show performance with Northwest?
Yes.
For anyone who's not seen it, go watch it. There are
There-
plenty of very talented child actors and singers who have done Broadway performances, who would have done the role, done it,
Yeah.
and done it very, very well. I am horrified that was what.
I've seen TikToks
It's appalling.
of parents of child actors who were in the audition process for that role, and and there was like they were saying, oh yeah, so like we went in, did like 3-4 rounds of auditions, got whittled down to like the final 3, and there were like we knew from the start there were like rumors of like some big celebrity whose kid was going for it, and like they might have been like trying to incentivize the like casting agents to go with them because they're famous, like trying to pay them off basically, and they didn't find out who it was until the last round of auditions, at which point Kim Kardashian and Northwest walk into the audition room, and all the like other parents of actors went, oh right, it's them. That's who the rumor has been the whole time, is Kim Kardashian. And then
the performance wasn't good.
They did the audition, whatever, fine. They didn't get it. Surprise, surprise. Famous person goes in.
Here is some money. Goodbye.
Here is money, thanks. But there's been outrage from those parents of child actors who are like, and it's not even like, oh, why didn't my kid get it? It's just, why didn't my kid get it? Because, you know, like, it's different. When the actual performance is bad,
the performance was awful.
It's awful.
Especially
It's
when you've got to bear in
shocking.
mind, they have got some of the original voice actors and singers and
Yeah.
dancers from the live productions and the film singing and performing this show, and you've got Northwest who, oh, it's so bad. And this isn't a hate to the child as an individual. Like, I'm not hating on a small child for being a small child. I am irritated that nobody took the initiative to go, they know what they're doing. Let's hire a child that will perform well.
Do you know what I don't get? Northwest is Kanye's kid, yeah?
Yes.
Kanye is a multi-billion dollar musician.
Yes.
Surely at some point he sat down with her and went, we're gonna learn some music.
No.
You know, like if you look at I feel like most artists, if they have kids, have that at some point where they go, okay, like, this is what I do for work. Like, this is just personal favourites here. McFly. Tom Fletcher has taught all of his kids how to play instruments. I think he's got 3 sons. It might be 2.
And it's good starting to
And
have
they-
a hobby that you can understand for your kid as well.
His eldest son knows a good chunk of the McFly discography on at least one instrument. Like, sometimes multiple. There are videos of Tom playing McFly songs with his kids. Like, where Tom's just playing the bass guitar and his kids are doing the guitar and
else,
the
yeah.
drums, and like they're all singing it, kind of thing.
But what I think
like
really grates me about this is that there's clearly been no practice. There was no
yeah
singing. She stood with professionals, and it's like, why did her parents not even if you're going to go, oh, we're going to pay it off so she gets to do it, fine. Celebrities do what they want, but like, why would you not just take her to some singing lessons
Also-
or something, please?
what is this outfit? You know,
Yeah, it's not good.
like, she's dressed like Big Bird. You know, like, she's not dressed as Simba
yeah.
from The Lion King. She is dressed as Big Bird.
Especially when all
Like,
it's because it's brand wear. That's why.
Yeah.
It's not an actual costume from
It's-
the show,
yeah.
which is what everyone else is. It is branded clothing.
But it's just like, if everyone else is in like the proper like Lion King outfits, anyone who's seen Lion King on the West End or when it was touring, or just photos of it on like Broadway or whatnot, you know what those costumes are. They are dressed as animals. Like, they are properly like more
meant
so
to
than
be
cats.
immersive.
You know, like cats, they dress as cats, but this, they they are dressed as animals.
And it's
you
the
know?
headdressers and the puppetry and
Yeah.
everything else in
It's
combination
all
with
of
that
it.
that makes it fantastic.
And then
Cats creeps me out because cats has always creeped me out.
yeah, and then there's Northwest in a pair of shorts that don't fit, a hoodie that doesn't fit, that is all bright yellow, which isn't even what Simba is. Simba is not a bright yellow character. And
Even if you take the Disney film, he's like an orange,
it's like
yellow,
orange
like more
at
of an
most.
orangey.
Orange at most, but like
But no, it's
it's
just.
like dark red.
I'm
at
saying
certain
this is the
points.
start of a very slippery slope, I think, of celebrities just deciding their children are going to be doing things. And
Well,
it's
it's a start.
in terms of events like this where you're already going through that much process. If I was a parent of one of those kids and found out the last day, why waste their time? They could have been interviewing for a different kind of
Yeah.
role. Like, why would you bother?
Like, it's just bad. Like,
It
Lion King at the Hollywood
Yeah, it was
Bowl.
at the Hollywood Bowl that it occurred at.
There we go. Well,
So it was to do with the 30th anniversary of something. But I can't remember which anniversary it was.
30th anniversary of the concert. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Why?
I ask myself that question fairly regularly.
Anyway, that's my least anticipated film of the year.
It just,
Is
nobody
the
wants it.
Lion King
Don't want
live
it.
to live to film concert?
Well, the concert's already
Hollywood
been. It's
Bowl.
the prequel that they're doing. The prequel
yeah.
nobody asked for.
Oh, here's the cast list. So, Billy Eichner, who I'm pretty sure is in the more recent one. So he plays Timon, I think.
Do I need, while you've got the list, do
Yeah.
you want me to have a look?
I think he plays Timon in the Donald Glover version. Bradley Gibson, who I'm pretty sure plays Simba in the Donald Glover version. Then you've got Jeremy Irons, who plays Scar in the animated one. Jennifer Hudson is just a huge shout. Brilliant. Because she probably does a great job at it. Northwest, though? We're going to search this person. Bradley Gibson. Movies and shows.
I'm currently
I am
IMDb.
incorrect. Bradley Gibson is not in The Lion King. As in the Donald Glover Lion King.
You've got a really interesting cast of people in.
Yeah, so Billy Eichner is Timon in the more recent ones. But like,
But yes, we are getting Mufasa, the Lion King, which I assume is a prequel.
yeah, it's got to be. Oh, you got Nathan Lane, who is Zazu in the original Lion
I
King.
don't think it's in the original. This would help if they wouldn't name all these things the same thing.
No, Nathan Lane is Simba in the original, I think. Lion King 1994. Because that's Ferris Bueller. Nope, that's Matthew Broderick. Those are different people. Are they? What? Oh, no, they appear in The Producers together. That's where I got them mistaken for each other. Nathan Lane plays Timon in the original
Yeah.
Lion King. Why is there two Timons? Why do you need two Timons in this thing?
I mean, if it's a live performance, that could be like one of them does all the talking parts, but may not have the ability to sing. But that happened in the original film.
Don't get me wrong, yes, but these two would be too expensive to get both of them to play the same character.
It might be one is playing Timon and one is playing
Yes,
Pumbaa.
I
is
think
what might,
Nathan Lane potentially as Pumbaa.
especially if their voices have changed.
Like, if either of them is... So Billy Eichner is going to sound the same as he did, like, 5 years ago or whatever it was. Nathan Lane might be a bit different because, like, it's been what, 20 years?
I think 20 to 30 years.
30,
yeah,
30 actually, yeah.
that would be the
years.
point.
So
Yeah, it's a combination of the original cast from 30 years ago
Yeah.
and the remake that they did, because
and
they are
then
both singing
also
mixed roles.
some just random ones. For
Well, it'll be
example,
additional singers, dancers, and cast.
Jennifer
so,
Hudson just there.
yeah. But I'm...
I don't like how it tells you the cast but doesn't say who they're playing.
There's probably a list somewhere else. You are
Yeah.
looking at the Hollywood Bowl website, which I imagine
Yeah.
is not helping.
I feel like that should be the main place where they do show.
I don't know. I think it's just a little bit grating
I
that
can
it's
only
become such a
assume-
thing.
I can only assume Jennifer Hudson plays Nala.
Either young or older, because obviously they'll be
Older.
two. Yeah.
Older.
I also, lots of people pointed out that Northwest sings both Nala and Simba's lines
Does she?
in I Just Can't Wait to Be King. I can't remember the formal name of that song.
I think that is it.
But yeah, she apparently sings both sets of lines, and I'm like, why? Is this because you ran out of money and couldn't actually hire somebody?
It's definitely they couldn't teach her that only half the lines were hers. So she's just sung all
I
of
want
them.
to sing the whole thing. But yeah, this is, again, like a film. Disney keep doing this. They keep giving us... There are so many films that people want to see live actions or redone.
Yeah.
I know that people want to see all sorts of films that Disney have previously done and kind of shelved or abandoned and stuff, and want to have them remade that
Yeah.
they've just not bothered to do. And it's like, well, why
I
don't you
think-
actually listen to the large amount of people who would like to see...
I think if Disney are going to try and restart anything, it should be this game. Star Wars 1313. It looked really promising. And
Why did they shelve it in the end?
I think it's because Disney got bought. Potentially.
Do you mean Disney? Do you mean Disney?
No, Disney bought Star Wars.
They bought out Lucasfilm, didn't they? Along with
Yeah.
everything else. Ceased development of all Lucas art projects, that'd be why.
Yeah.
So, like, shelved quite a few games, didn't they?
Yeah. So I think if they're going to bring back... If Disney are going to put money into bringing back anything, bring back Star Wars 1313.
Please.
Thank you very much. Thing is, they've almost done it with Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
They're just not going to do a very good job of it because they're going to charge so much money for it.
I think there are lots of these films at the moment that I'm just sort of... Why would you release a film on Christmas Day?
A surprising amount of people go on Christmas Day.
Yeah, but then cinema workers have to work on Christmas Day.
Yeah. But that's like pub workers have to work on Christmas
Yeah, but
Day.
that sucks. I don't...
Yeah. But it's some people's tradition is go to the pub or go to the cinema. Like,
I would rather eat a Chinese takeaway in bed.
yeah, but then you're making the people who make the Chinese
Yeah, but
takeaway go to
quite
work.
frequently, the people who are working and using these Chinese takeaways, especially if you're buying authentically, don't celebrate Christmas.
If they live in the UK, chances are they celebrate Christmas.
Depends on the family, don't it?
Most of
There are
them.
plenty of English people who don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, but like, percentage-wise?
It's such a lame
E-
holiday.
Even, like... So I come from, like... My school was, like, 50% white, 50% non-white.
Okay.
I was about to go 50% white, 50% Muslim, which isn't like
Those are your
actual-
two options.
Those are not your
It's
two
not a
options.
race.
No, it was like, but like it was. The better way of putting that is probably
It was
like it was 50% Christian or thereauabouts, and then 50%
Not
non-Christian.
Christian.
That's the better way of putting
Yes.
it. Like so. Like,
religious diversity makes more sense, especially when we're talking about a...
yeah, a religious holiday. That's what I actually meant to say, not just white. But like, so like, half the people, like, because you kind of expect atheists to celebrate it.
I just think it's got
Like-
so much pressure. Like, I'm not religious, but there's something about what is expected of Christmas that is
Yeah.
so
But
full
anyway.
of pressure.
We had a good chunk of people who, like Muslim people, Sikh people, Jewish people, all of them,
Etc. etc.
all of them still did Christmas.
How bizarre.
I think maybe three people I knew wouldn't do it
I just think it's stressful.
in some way or another. You know, like, don't get me wrong, like, it might not be as it'll be a different thing to them than to everyone. Like Christmas to an atheist and a Muslim is kind of the same thing, whereas Christmas between a Muslim and a Christian
are two different
holidays.
I think
Like,
the difficult thing with Christmas is, like, it's so much more fun when you're like 12 and then
yeah,
and now I'm an adult and it's like, oh, I've got to consider all of these people and packaging and shipping and getting it all done on time and all of that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, granted, I want to hide in my flat this year and do nothing, but it's like, okay, I've also got to ship that. Oh, am I cooking? Am I not cooking? Am I going to have to manage tidying up everything? No, I want it to stop. I would like it to stop. It's too stressful.
Ooh,
What?
11 minutes ago we had a message from Adam Peakle. Love you, Adam.
Sorry, we're only just getting to it now.
Yeah, sorry, we're only getting to it now. Tuning in from Essex, very nice.
Very nice.
Been obsessed with the Lion King drama. So Kanye often has Northwest rapping on stage with him, and she normally gets huge rounds of applause. She has never sung just rapped, and you can see she's expecting a standing ovation at the end of a at the end before the zebra pulls her off the stage.
That's awful. Also not shocking at all.
Like, no, not at all.
That's giving spoilt child. You
But
know?
also good. Like, thank you for the correction on my point earlier of Kanye does get her to do music,
But it's a completely different genre.
It's completely the wrong genre for what she's now doing. That's the difference.
But she doesn't dance through it either. She's just sort of on stage and does
To be
some
fair,
handy things.
that is just sort of standard of some actors. Like,
But if you're doing The Lion King, you can't.
nah, I think like with Broadway Lion King. Don't get me wrong. Yes, in like an ideal world, every actor in that show is a triple threat. They can act, they can sing, they can dance. Yes,
You're not always going to get all three, and I can
but
respect that.
you're not always going to get all three because it's such a very specific skill to be
Yes,
able
it
to
is.
do. So I can understand, especially with the character of young Simba or young Nala, if they're not a dancer, if they're a singer actor, I can absolutely
For the sake of the Hollywood
understand
Bowl,
that.
wouldn't you be better with singer, dancer than you are actor? For this performance, bear in mind they
I
didn't
don't
do
know.
the whole show.
Did they not do the whole show?
I don't think so. I
if
think they
it's
just did the songs.
If it's just songs, then you just want a singer, full stop.
Yeah.
Like,
And they didn't get that.
yeah. Yeah.
Again, I'm not attacking the small child. It's just choices of rich people that
Yeah.
really irritate me. Like, lots of people point out, like, if this was like a school show, this would be fine. But there are professional child actors who could have been doing this role.
Yeah.
And it was the fact that they went, oh no, I'm doing it, and they just paid for it is just not it. Also, having a celebrity child going, oh look, now we've been backed by X celebrities. It's just awareness, isn't it? As well,
Yeah.
and funding and all of that, and it just sucks a little bit
It's
for people who
basically-
want to get into industry.
It's the same as Lance Stroll driving a Formula One car. He's only there because his dad owns the team. Like, that's it.
Well, my dad's at go home. Like, I just hate it. But we've seen that before, and it's gone really badly for some F1 drivers. Completely wrong show now. But wasn't it like friends with Russians who were fairly high up in terms of like over Ukraine, and one of them got booted from their particular F1 team as a result?
Very potentially. Do you know a name?
No, I couldn't.
Formula One.
It'll be
Russia.
someone who was fairly recently removed, I suppose.
Russian Grand Prix. 2021. No, never mind.
You want more recent, surely.
Russia controversy. No.
Nope. Oh, would it be why was...
No.
I don't know.
We'll work it out at some point.
Or I'm going to get a text from one of my housemates going, it's this one. Like,
Yeah.
this person.
Yeah.
Because his, like, parent was, like, was funding the team, so that's why he was there.
So,
And then-
okay, so there is a lot of... Formula One is a very nepotism-heavy sport.
It is.
But it's with some good reason to it.
It's an expensive sport.
It's a very expensive sport to get into because you have to do however many years of karting, which is an expensive hobby to have. Like, you have to be able to travel to all these different places, which is an expensive thing to do. It gets easier with more sponsorships.
Not good reason, but it makes sense
It
why
makes
it is
sense why it
happening.
happens. Like, yes, you've got a few drivers in there who aren't like that. So, like, Lewis Hamilton, his dad wasn't an F1 driver.
No.
His dad wasn't really rich either. He just really liked karting. So his dad was like, okay, that is your one thing.
It's
do
so
well.
expensive.
It's so expensive, but do it.
This is your
do
hobby
it and
now.
do it well, and then then it'll be fine. And then he did Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1, blah 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 blah.
Doesn't he now fund
he's-
to get people maybe who can't afford
Yes.
to get into karting and stuff
I
like
think
that?
he's got some sort of probably got some sort of thing like that where it's like helping underprivileged kids get into
ramps in a
motorsport.
circle.
But like, then you've got drivers like Max Verstappen, Mick Schumacher, whose dads were both F1 drivers.
Yeah.
So it would be a case of
Getting into the family business, per se.
yes, in a way, yeah, getting into family business. You see your dad do it enough times, you go, okay, I want to do that.
I want to try
Like,
that. Oh, actually, that's good fun.
It's,
and then
it's the same as like football players like Erling Haaland
Yeah.
and like Elliot Lee.
We've completely sidestepped film.
Hold on, let me just change something quickly.
Are you stealing?
Hello everyone, welcome to Sports Show. Like,
Just steal all of their graphics.
but yeah, it's the same with Erling Haaland and Elliot
Yeah.
Lee. They're both football players whose dads were football players and are absolutely football players
fairly
because their dads
common.
were
Both
like,
my parents did media of some branch or another, and here I am, sat doing media related things. It's not particularly uncommon. What have you found, looking at?
Nikita Mazepin
Thank you.
is the answer that we were looking for. His dad was a Russian oligarch.
Like friends
then-
with like bad.
Yeah. So Nikita Mazepin, also known as Mazepin,
Nice.
was a Haas driver who was like infamous for spinning his car out and crashing.
It's everything I want, but without the racetrack.
Yeah.
I too would like to crash. I don't want to crash a car; they're expensive. But it wouldn't shock me if I have a car accident. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
You look like the sort that you'd be bad at driving.
That's the most insulting thing you've ever said to me.
You're welcome.
Especially because I'm like, if you're gonna attack anything that we don't know. I do love the little geese. I'm really sad we don't have our own. I really find it funny that Teo's goose is shaking violently.
Yeah. Teo's goose is terrified. Like, Sky's is going a little bit, but Teo's is like going
Is having a
mental.
panic. Yeah.
Anyway, we're at
We're not at 5 o'clock.
No,
We're at
I'd
4.
be quite worried if we were at 5 o'clock because
You were meant to be at work. What?
I've had a message about my flight inspection. Yeah, if I've not looked at my rota for work up to Wednesday yet, but basically, if I'm not working the open shift, yes, I'll be there.
Are you doing voice notes on air?
Yeah.
Why?
I was also doing it on Snapchat. Like, I was just...
Unbelievable.
But yeah, that is the end of our show. Me saying that we're done, that I'll be in for a flat inspection, is the end of our show today.
We have lives.
Such
We
a
swear.
good, yeah. I've got work in like an hour or something.
Which means we need to walk back into town.
Exactly, and I've also got post to pick up on the way back. That you're gonna help pick.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're gonna come with me to pick
Why
it
do I
up.
get dragged on all the adventures?
Because it's fun. Yeah, so I've got plenty to do. I've got to go back to mine, put all of my dirty laundry that I'm not able to wash because my washing machine's broken
Lol.
into a bag, give it to a friend, ask them to put it on, and then go to work.
I have
Yeah.
to go home and do dissertation work.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then tomorrow I get the joy of cleaning the flat and like... honestly, I think I'm just going to bin a load of like glasses. Like I've just got I've got a lot of pint glasses from various places.
Have you got interesting ones?
I've got some interesting ones.
Any interesting ones?
I've got
I like a funky pint.
I've got a Cruise Campo one, which is
Ooh.
like it's like a pint-sized gin bowl basically.
I need.
It's so
That's
cool.
So good. Just
Like, but it's not even like you know when you get like an old moot.
yeah.
That it's not like that. It's fully like it comes at, like it's to the side and it's short. It's brilliant. I love it. Anyway, that is us done for the day. This has been a very long segment.
This is us done permanently.
Oh yeah,
We are in
that
fact
too.
done.
There is, if I get round to putting out a message before tomorrow, there might be an extra thing tomorrow. Not a film talk thing, just a farewell thing to the committee for this year, as a good chunk of us are leaving / graduating.
Which is very strange.
Yeah, it's very odd thoughts to have. But yes, I will leave you to the music now. It is a bit past 4 o'clock. And maybe the music will work this time. So let's firstly put this song back on, because I want to listen to this song. It's a good song. Let's put that here.
Make sure you need to do the thing where you
Delete all the rest of them, yeah.
because it's just stopped working.
Yeah.
See, it's still wired out because we're after.
There we go.
We're after 4 o'clock.
Hold on. The system, let's delete all these things. Come on. This is going so slowly. There we go. Did we listen to a single song from that hour?
No.
Who knows? This is going to be our final song of the year. And actually, I'm going to cue one more up. As more of a send-off for me as
You're putting McFly on again.
I am. I'm not just putting any McFly on. Once I find it, it'll be on. We're going to actually finish it off with what used to be sort of a theme tune of sorts for my first show that I had here at Phantom. For some reason, it doesn't like me typing over here. So up next is Happiness by McFly, which used to be the sort of theme tune. It'd play every episode of Cheeseboard, my first
Nice.
show. Followed by, actually, just for the lols, just the two of us. 'Cause funny.
What?
Funny.
What funny?
There we go. A bit of just the two of us will be the next one after that. So, here you go. Here is Happiness by McFly. Now.